What's up, guys? Welcome back from the MLG studios here in New York City. My name is Alex Axel Toss Rodriguez, and I got another interview coming your way this time with a very handsome and very skillful StarCraft 2 professional on Root Gaming. He plays the Zerg race, and he's from the United States of America. He's Dan Vibe Sherlong, and he's at the Root House right now. Mr. Dan, how you doing, man?
What's up, dude? I'm doing pretty good. I just rolled out of bed, but it doesn't slow me down, I guess.
So,
Still, happy.
did cats like jump on you to get up to start training? Is that how it works in the Root House nowadays?
No, man. We set our own paces here. But we all have a good pace, so it's all good.
Okay, so what is Vibe's pace? What's a typical day in the life of Dan Vibe Sherlong at the Root House in the summer playing StarCraft 2?
Well, at the Root House, I'm getting a really nice tan. I go swimming a lot. It's really helping my mindset. And then I play a lot of... I've actually played a few games outside of StarCraft 2 with like my brother and stuff. One of them is called Torchlight.
Torchlight?
Yeah, Torchlight, man. This is intense practice over here.
Hold on, is this a Steam game?
Yeah, it is.
Is it multiplayer?
Yeah, it's Torchlight 2, to be exact. But yeah,
Okay.
it is.
I'll look it up. Would you suggest it for Axel Toss?
Yeah, it's like just fun to kill time, or it's not really a time killer. It's just, to me, it's fun just to play on the side.
Okay.
And then other than that, I've been playing it for like 2 days. But other than that, yeah, it's just like I've been playing a lot of StarCraft. I've been streaming a bit more.
Yeah.
And it's actually really cool to like be able to watch other people play as well. Like whenever I get up and if like Katz is here or Kane's here and they're playing and I just like watch them play a game, I'm like, wow, now I'm motivated to play my own game. So it's pretty cool.
Do y'all like talk about it? Like, is it one of those
a
things
lot.
where like if they lose or like all sad and they don't want to talk to anyone, or is it like, do y'all actively engage in discussion and stuff?
Well, the only pro match that's really happened here so far is mine with WCS, and that didn't go as well as I hoped. So like people left me alone for a little bit that day when I lost. They're like, "Oh, it sucks, that sucks, man." But other than that, like we all talk about our losses and like how we can like how each other like approaches the situation and see if we like do different things and see what's better. So and I've already like changed 2 things about how I play based off of that. So it's actually really cool.
Challenger might be a bit tough. There's
Yeah,
there's a lot of good players in that Challenger League, Dan. So when I saw those results, I was actually pretty sad. But I have faith that you can make it through. I'm not biased, though. I'm not biased.
No bias. No bias.
No bias here. No, that's actually an interesting point you just brought up. Like when you lose a game, like what are you okay with when you lose a game? Obviously, we're not talking about fans necessarily, but are you cool with like someone coming and like let's say it's a middle of best of 3 and you lose game 1? What kind of goes through your mind right there? What do you prefer?
For me personally, like I would say in the middle of a series, I'd prefer to just be left alone.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I talk to someone or someone like does something to me, or it's like, nice try, man, you'll get him this next game. It's like I feel like it takes me out of my mindset, no matter what it is, and I stop thinking about like what I'm gonna do, and I start thinking about like what this person's doing to me, you know, or something like that. It just distracts me.
Okay.
So I would say, in like the middle of a series, I don't want to be bothered at all. I'd rather just play.
Okay, what if it's like a really attractive girl and she comes up to you after your first game and she gives you a nice little kiss on the cheek?
I would really like that for after the series.
But not even
during,
really. Okay, hold on.
But
Who's your favorite actress?
I don't know. We'll just say the first two that pop on the top of my head for like looks wise, Salma Hayek and Jennifer Lopez.
So let's say Jennifer Lopez is watching Vibe play at an MLG, and Vibe loses game 1, and Jennifer Lopez wants to comfort you. Would you be against her coming into your booth and providing you comfort?
No, but this doesn't help with the distraction level. It's going to be even more distracting.
Okay.
That's my problem.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you for answering my question.
Yeah.
Cool. No. Did you want to add on anything?
No. Well, like after the series is over, if I lose, I'm probably not going to want to talk about how I lost too much. Like, oh, you should have done this, or if this would have happened, it would have been good. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, I lost, so I kind of realized that too. So I'm not really going to want to rehash why I lost, but if I won, I don't even care then.
Okay.
I'm happy. But yeah, if it's after the series is over, that's when I'll be more willing to like converse with people, not during them.
Well, fair enough. I think that's cool mentality. But tell me more about the Root House. Like, what are your interactions like with the other players? Are there any like secrets that you've discovered? Is it like, is anyone really annoying? Does anyone snore? Give me some juicy details.
Well, none of us sleep in the same room right now, except for Dennis and Katz. So I don't have to deal with anything like in terms of sleeping near someone and having to deal with that. But in the root house, it's everyone kind of does their own thing. Like we actually have like vampires in the house, and we have like normal people. We have daywalkers and vampires.
I've heard rumors. I've heard
Yeah,
Puck and Minigun are the
yeah. Like
vampires.
they do not wake up until and they go to sleep like at noon or like 10 a.m. Like they probably just went to bed. Like and yeah, like and the rest of us we all wake around a normal time, but somewhere between like 10 to like 1 p.m. 10 a.m. to like 1 p.m.
Yeah.
And it's really fun. Like Drewby and I have gone swimming like every day, and we're really working on our throwing arms with like football and stuff.
Dude, I want to play.
Yeah, we've discovered that I'm the best quarterback in the house.
No, dude, I am. I'm the best. I
Well-
can out throw you any day.
Yeah,
Dude, I
you
can,
gotta
man.
come and find out.
I
Well,
got
don't
that
even-
range.
Like when I used to play football, I was never a quarterback, so I'm pretty surprised.
Okay, and
I
for
was always
any,
a receiver.
I gotta say, for any any Europeans or any Australians watching football, as in the pigskin,
American football.
American football, where they
Yeah.
big guys in suits of armor attack each other and throw a leather ball. It is a pretty silly game, isn't it?
Well, whenever I say it, whenever I bring it up to Dennis, Succeed, he's always like, egg ball. You mean egg ball?
Egg ball.
Like a little
Okay, because it
non-colored
kind of looks
football.
like I can see that a little bit.
Yeah. And
Though
never
it doesn't break as easily, certainly. Wouldn't be much of a game. That'd make it a little bit interesting. Wow, you just made me really jealous. I'm just having like nostalgia of like throwing the football with
Yeah,
friends.
man, it's fun. It's good times.
Okay, I'm gonna go buy a football tonight. Awesome. No, that's really cool to hear. So, can you talk a little bit about like the transition aspect of not being in the root house and being in the root house? Like, what are the major changes, stuff like that?
Well,
Maybe in your
like,
mentality, or like, sorry, just to clarify a little bit more, like maybe in your
Okay.
mentality, or maybe in like, are you playing any better, or does it feel better, kind of a thing, right?
in terms of like how it feels, like with the setup I'm playing on, I would say it's not as good yet, but we're in the process of like getting stuff, and hopefully that'll be better. But like I feel kind of similar. Like I feel like a long time ago when I first started being a pro gamer in 2010, I would be really bothered by like not playing at my setup at home. Like if I played anywhere else, every time I went to a LAN, I was like, this sucks. Like I can't play as well as I do at home. But I feel like I really adjusted to that. So now that I'm here, I feel like I play really similar skill-wise to how I play at home and how I play here. But yeah, like for endurance, like the chairs we have right now are really like they're like MLG chairs.
So they're really good.
No bashing.
So they're
MLG.
really good chairs. Wow. Okay.
No bashing MLG, but
Cool.
they're like
That's great then.
they're like metal lawn chairs. So it's not that good for my back, or like it gets kind of uncomfortable after a little while.
Sure.
But other than that, it's pretty much the same to me.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So moving on a little bit. So you dropped the Challenger League. Are there any other tournaments you're kind of focusing on, or like the ladder? Like, what's your typical practice regimen like, and what are you kind of preparing for right now?
I don't know. Like every time I prepare for anything, it's mostly like I prepare as a broad horizon. I don't really like go, I'm going to specifically make this one build for this person, even though I feel like that is a good approach in some cases.
Sure.
I almost never do that. I usually just go like I find that I'm more like the reactionary player. And well, okay, that's not entirely true. Like sometimes I will prepare like I'll build for a series to like throw them off the rest of the series, hopefully.
Sure.
Because like you open with it, something like that. But most of the time it's just like I just continue to like practice either on ladder or in like customs with teammates or people I know, and we just talk about like the current styles people do and what's a good way to approach that. And then we might even talk about like, oh yeah, the person I'm about to play, they usually tend to do these styles as well. So what's a good way to like approach that as well? And I just approach like the broad races, not like, oh, this player most
Sure.
of the time.
Sure. Along those lines, what's your kind of feeling on the current state of the metagame? Do you have any favorite matchups, any least favorite matchups, any thoughts on balance?
Well, okay. If you asked me this question like 2 weeks ago, I would have said I loved ZVP and I hated ZVT because I don't know. I can't stand playing against Mass Little Minds. It's so annoying.
I can relate, man.
I can do it, but it's like very tedious all the time, and you're like, all right, here we go. Here's another one, and then
Yeah.
like, but I don't know. Like as of lately, I feel like I'm playing a little bit differently against Terran. Like I'm way more counter based now.
Okay.
And it's actually going really well. Like I'm doing really good against a lot of better Terrans, and I actually like ZVT a lot more now with that. And in ZVP, like that hasn't really changed. I like that. I've liked the ZVP for a while because I really like the styles I use against Protoss. And then ZVZ, I don't even care. Like I've liked that matchup for a long time. Like, I don't like playing it too much,
Right.
which is sometimes when I play ladder, I'll be like, oh, I get 20 Zergs in a row. Yes. Like, that kind of sucks because it gets kind of boring over and over.
Sure,
But
sure, sure.
yeah, I like all the matchups right now. Like, I'm having fun with the game, so it's
Well,
all good
cool.
for me.
That's definitely a good thing. Now, what other tournaments do you have coming up? Do I not know of any, or obviously WCS challenges?
I don't have any like in the really, really near future. Like I think we're doing a couple LAN tournaments in California that are coming up in like 3 weeks or something.
Sure.
I'm not even really entirely sure about the details on those, so I can't really elaborate too much. I
Fair
just know
enough.
they're LANs over here. And then other than that, in terms of like big online tournaments, whenever the Challenger League happens for WCS, I'll be doing that. And then nothing else in terms of like really close.
Yeah. Well, speaking of lands, I mean, what kind of stuff do you do in California outside from being in the house? Do you ever go around? Like, I know the EG house is close to y'all, or wherever EG is stationed right now. You know, how have you experienced your area there in California?
So far, all we've really been doing is setting up the house like day by day. Like,
Yeah.
we've gone to like Costco, we've gone to Target, we've gone to Walmart, we've gone to like we've gone to a few restaurants. We've gone to the famous Taco Bell over here a few times.
The famous Taco Bell, of course.
Yeah.
Katz knows all about that. He's the guy
Yeah,
to talk
man.
to.
And then we went to Chili's for Minigun's birthday, and
Aww.
yeah, it was good times. And other than that, not too much going out. It's mostly just like we go swimming like, or I personally go swimming like every day. Yeah, like whenever I'm out of the pool, it's like we have a bunch of stuff. Like we have the guy who owns this house. He like always brings out random stuff every day. Like one of the days he brought out a football. Another
Oh.
day he brought out this like big, like it's not Nerf, but it's like a soft basketball. It's like softer than the normal one, so it's like you can squish it and stuff. And we
Yeah.
like throw that at each other. And then we have yesterday we found out we have baseball bats and tennis balls now.
Uh-oh.
And then we have a frisbee. We got a frisbee yesterday.
This
too.
just in, Vibe
Surprise.
breaks his ankle because Drewby hits him with the baseball bat.
But yeah, we have like just a bunch of stuff out there.
Okay, here's what you do. Here's what you do. All right, you get someone kind of away from the pool, and you get someone over there, and then they run towards the pool, and they jump, and then you throw the ball, and they catch
That's
it.
what we do. No, yeah, we dive
Dude,
catch. a lot.
yes, I'm
We
coming
dive
over
catch.
tomorrow. I'm
And then,
driving. I don't know how long the drive is, but I'm doing it.
we have this like huge tower that's right next to the pool. It's like it's actually really tall. You can see over the house when you're on top of it.
Right.
It's like 25 feet high, or like it's pretty high, and then or like 20 feet high.
Sure.
But when you're standing on top of it, you can see like just over the top of the house, and we jump off that into the pool as well. It's pretty
Wow. That's super awesome. I'm sure a
Yeah.
lot of people watching might be a little bit jealous. Guys, get better at StarCraft so you can join Root, so you can go hang out in their awesome house. But I think that about wraps things up. Thanks a lot, Vibe, for coming on and hanging out. I'd like to give you the chance to, say any shout-outs or any words to your fans. So the floor is yours.
crazy. Yeah, just always, as always, man. Thanks to all the fans who support esports and love StarCraft 2 and always push it forward. That's always the best thing. I love seeing like a bunch of people watching any StarCraft event. It always makes me happy. And then yeah, just thanks to you guys for having me on to do the nice interview. I love you, Alex. You're awesome.
You're awesome.
And yeah, just thanks to Root and the Root House. It's really cool experience to be involved in. So I love that too. And then thanks to our sponsors as well, being Aver Media, Twitch, DOS Keyboards, and My Gamer Info. Yeah, thanks to everyone. And yeah, that's it.
All right, awesome, man. Well, thanks a lot again for talking with me, and I'll see you again sometime soon, hopefully.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, see ya. All right, guys, that was Dan Vibe Sherlong. Again, Zerg North American player, currently gaming it up and apparently playing it up there at the Root House in California. Again, follow him. He's awesome. It's Vibe, of course, Root Vibe. You can find him on Twitter. Look out for him in future tournaments. He might be the future of the North American Zerg race. But, guys, that does it for this interview. It's been Alex Axel Toss Rodriguez. You can check out more gaming content at MajorLeagueGaming.com, and I'll see you next time.